You got Baylink Sports right here on a Sunday night. I know we've been gone for a while. Hope you didn't miss us. But as we do in the hockey season, when it's over, it's over. And when we were over, we were over. So we're back. Hockey's back. Thank the Lords above. But you got Dad Jeff up here, son Kyle next to me, and Philly guy, better known as Big Guy Eric, Hockey Man below. Don will not be here. And that's about it. We'll get these people going. If you are looking to contact us, 727-474-8786, or email me if you want to pop on in the future. But right now, we're going to talk about the new show and how we're going to do it. 30 minutes is the limit. We do our 30 minutes. We talk about the Bolts. We talk about hockey around the horn. If we got time, we talk about other Tampa Bay sports. But if not, we don't do it. If we go late, we will end up doing an after show, not on Facebook. So sit back, enjoy. Let's hear from somebody so far. Hey, Kyle, you happy?
Oh, yeah. I'm happy. Hockey's back on. Who couldn't be happy?
Back on. Oh,
but
Lord.
I'm unhappy because now I don't have cable anymore and have to search how to find my hockey.
Oh, no.
I know. It sucks.
Terrible.
But it's preseason, so I'm sure regular season will be up and going.
Oh, yeah. Most likely. So, I am excited because even in preseason, it's still hockey, which fires me right back up to YouTube videos where I watch hockey for hours after I get back from a game. And when you have a 4 o'clock game, you get home at 9 o'clock. You have lots of time to watch a lot of good hockey. So, spent the evening watching hockey YouTube reruns and things like that. What about you, Eric? Are you happy to see hockey back?
Well, yeah, hockey is back. As a matter of fact, the Premier Hockey Federation had their first exhibition game of the season yesterday, and it was up in Jersey at the Devils training facility. My daughter Grace is starting her 5th season. She's going to be with Buffalo again, and it looks like she's moving up to the second center for the team. They've already had 2 weeks of practice, so things are looking exciting there. New gear. They got a new company supplying the paraphernalia. I ordered the gear and they've already shipped it. Can you imagine that, Jeff?
Well, there you go. It's amazing. I like it.
I'm happy for Jeff because Jeff went to the game already.
Jeff's already been to a game. We'll talk about that game in just a few seconds here. Look at that.
But no, I'm happy it's back. And, I've been boycotting the NFL for years because of the national anthem thing. And lo and behold, my team's the only undefeated team, and they're about to blow that today.
No, well. See, we're off hockey already. Can't have that. Hey, just so you know, we did have a little bit of a snafu thanks to the pending little wind we had a few weeks ago here. And we lost out on 2 preseason games. Do you think it's going to hurt us?
I don't think so. In the grand scheme of things.
I mean, the only thing from my experience of these preseason games, it's for them to trim the roster a little better, see who they're going to bring up, who they're going to watch closely and keep close.
Yep. Come on, Ron. Come on the show there. If you're not going to jump on, just come on and have a good time on the show.
But I do think they pretty much know who the team's going to be. They might have 1 or 2 on the bubble, and that's about it.
Yeah. I don't know. It looked pretty good. I'm worried about a few, but some of the things I've noted already, we have 4 that are questionable. 2 of them were on the ice last night, and one of them actually got a star. But Pierre Bellemare was out from June 28th with a meniscus tear in his knee. He's going to need surgery. I don't know if he got the surgery, and now we're in July, August, September. He's skating, no problems at all. What?
It's October.
Yeah, well, okay, from June 28th, so it'd be July, August, September. It's 3 months to get back on his good legs, and he has. But they're still showing him as a possible IR. You got Zach Bogosian, who's going to miss the 2022-2023 season completely, at least 5 months of it because of a shoulder injury. So Bogosian, we're looking at that was from July 13th, so probably mid-December at the earliest to get Zach back. Ooh, that rhymed. Sorelli, who we're all sad about, AC joint sprain, is going to require surgery during game form of the Stanley Cup Finals. And he's been an IR and going to miss the start of the season. Oh, well. Then you got Braden Point, still dealing with that quad tear. We don't know what's going to happen at that point because he's skating fine and he did really well, but who knows? That's the kind of thing we got to worry about right now. All right, quiz time before we get back into the game last night. You ready, guys? Who has the highest salary currently in Tampa Bay Lightning as of today? Gentlemen,
I'm going to pass on that one.
Really?
You said as of today, so something changed. So
no, not actually as of currently current salary, not a change of today, but a current salary. What do you think, Kyle? Don't you get on Google?
I'm not Googling it.
I see you Googling it.
It's not Cooch.
It's not Cooch. See, what are you looking at?
No, I'm not looking at any. I'm just looking at the roster.
Yeah, cover your eyes and tell me. No, I know. Cover your eyes and tell me because the roster has the salaries on it.
No, well,
Yeah.
I don't have that roster. I'm going to say it's God. How do I say his freaking name here? Nemetsnikov.
Nemetsnikov is pulling $2 million a year, and it's not the highest. Nice try though. Yes, the highest salary currently, Miguel Sergachev.
Wow.
Yeah, Miguel's pulling in $7.2 million. Oy, Vasilevsky's only pulling 4.5.
how much is that a game? Out of 8, was it 82 game season?
82 games divided by from 7.2 million. Well, I mean 7.2 million plus. You got to look at, and you know this, Eric. You got to look at fees to all their agents and all that. They got to pay all that shit out. So what they actually end up making is probably a third of it.
That'd be close to what, 90,000 a game?
Oh yeah, probably right in there.
Oh, or that, third of 7.2 million.
And what's he going to have? About, I don't know, 5-6 shifts a period. So for 12 shifts, 90 mil.
Yeah.
I mean, 90,000 for 12 shifts.
It's not bad. Well, but you also got to put all the practice skating and the, all the background stuff too. And I get it, but hey, that's a lot of money, making a lot better than a lot of people. In fact, you have the captain, Steven Stamkos, only pulling $1 million in because he made sure he could drop his salaries to fit the salary cap.
What
a good guy.
He makes more in one game than the top woman in the PHF makes in a whole season.
Well, I mean, that's just because that's viewership. That has nothing to do with anything except viewership and who's they willing to come and pay to see. Yeah. They had that issue with soccer, and I hope it does not come up in hockey because it has nothing to do with gender in this situation or any sport. It has to do with
fans in the fans on the other side of the TV.
That's correct. Who's going to pay the bills because they're not going to pay out of the goodness of their heart in the league. So, all right. So last night the Lightning beat the Panthers 5-2. Shots on goal, 31 shots on goal for the Lightning against 29 for the Panthers. 51% of the faceoffs went to the Lightning. So, like I've said many years in a row. Oh, hold on. Still got that thing, I think. Nope, that's not the one. That's the one right there. Like I've been saying for years. Face-offs mean a lot more than people think. 51% is a good deal.
Do they break it down to face-offs in the offensive or defensive zone?
No, they don't break them up that way. It's
No.
all pure face-off.
I think the real critical is when you're in your defensive zone.
Well, yeah, of course.
The most critical face-offs you got to win.
Yeah, but still, overall, they go with the 51%. They don't break it down like that. Power play, we got 2 out of 3 on our power play goals. We killed the only penalty that we had. They had 8 minutes of penalty time. We had 4. 33 hits on Panthers, 28 hits on Lightning. Everything was a really, really close game, except the fact that we scored 3 times in the first, and they scored once, and then once in the second with us. And they didn't score in the third, but we did. So 5-2. Biggest take out of this was Nemestikov had himself a natural hat trick right off the bat. First period, Nikita Kucherov, 3:51 in, brings it 1-0. Power play goal. Rudolph Balsers from the retards over there. Oh, excuse me, that's not a politically correct word. The bad hockey players scored to make it 1-1. But then here comes Vlad Nemestikov scores at 12:15 and 19:14 in the first to make it 2 and then 3-1. Second one's on a power play goal. And then second period drops up and says, let me make this a hat trick. 7:30, he drops it in, makes it 4-1. Only one hat was thrown on the ice. The ref got it because it's preseason. It doesn't count. But the boy to be right back with the Lightning, first game back after going through so many different teams, he just came up with a natural hat trick and an assist too. So he had a really nice game. Braden Point finished it up at third period with 4:56 from Foot and Kucherov to make it 5-2, and we all celebrated, and life was good. Yes, sir, Kyle.
So I got a question for you or Eric. It doesn't matter. So in his time that he was away from the Lightning, what kind of stats was he putting up in regular season? I mean, as far as total goals.
Very good stats all the way around. He's always been a push player. He's a sniper. He's very precise, but he has trouble because he doesn't get quality passes, and the Lightning are giving him the quality passes he needs. He's very, very quick to post up at the net and be patient, just like Killorn does and like Braden Point does.
Well, the reason I asked that question is why is he being bounced around so much only to end up back here?
Salary. It's all salary work. Okay. We're just glad to have him back, Wasn't sure how he'd do. I was not impressed with Cal Foot last night. Yeah, he's a big boy. Yeah, he's a hard hitter. Yeah, he's a fighter. But he's still, in my opinion, young and immature. And he just makes stupid plays that almost cost us. So, again, we had one of my unfavorite people is gone. And now we have another one I'm looking at. And I am targeting this Cal Foot. He needs to go. But hey, Fleury did a good job, even though he knows he's going back to Syracuse. He did a really good job. As far as all the other new kids, nobody really put up a big name for the subs except for Vlad, and he put up a huge name for himself. And Vasilevsky was Vasilevsky. He was just absolutely on top of everything. Only let 2 in, but they were weird goals both times. So you can't blame Vassy for what happened. He was actually on fire for a lot of really, really good saves. So, and we cheered and we had fun, and that was it. So it was good times. It was good times. Yay, go Bolts. Not a big crowd. I mean, it was sold out, but sold out mostly from season ticket holders, and they just didn't show. So we had probably 75% capacity. You think, right?
That's pretty good for preseason there, Jeff.
Yeah. Well, it's the Bolts. I mean, it's the Bolts and Panthers. It was definitely a good run for a preseason game. But yeah, so we were real happy to see it. Then I came home and watched hockey videos on YouTube all night.
Well, a question for you, Jeff.
Sure.
I wasn't able to watch the game.
Yeah.
I was in Tampa, but
nobody was.
What I was going to ask was, how do the Panthers themselves look being beaten by the Lightning? I mean, are they going to be reckoned with again here?
Well, the Panthers beat us the night before, but I think it was like 4-2. It was not as much of a blowout as we had on them. I don't know if we had more starters start this time, because we played full team this time. We didn't have our rookies out there and seeing what they can do. We had full players out there playing hard, and I think that's what it took. The Panthers, I keep hearing that they're not going to do very well this year. They've sloughed off a lot of talent, but we'll have to see. I mean, still it's preseason, and nobody's playing up their capacity yet because nobody's going to play full speed and get hurt in a preseason game.
And that might be your problem with Cal Foot too. Hey, it's just preseason. Okay, no gooning it up.
Yeah, well, possibly. But we'll have to see. I mean, it definitely worries. I mean, I'm always worried, but that's what I do. I spend my life worried about all this crap that we're going to be dealing with in hockey-wise. But you just got to see how all the new players matriculate in and how well they, work with the rest of the team. Looking up here for October 11th, next Tuesday is going to be 7:30 p.m. start. Tampa Bay Lightning at New York Rangers. Whoop, whoop. If you want to see a West game that night, 10 p.m., Vegas is playing LA Kings. So, good way to start your Tuesday night with some serious hockey. First home game for the Lightning will be on the 18th of October. And that makes me sad because they're playing around all over the place and I don't get to see much of them. And 18th of October, I think it's a 7 p.m. game. And then if anyone needs tickets to the 22nd game, let me know. I have them available. Whoop, whoop.
Where will Jeff be for the 22nd?
Jeff will be in Pittsburgh. No, Virginia. One of those two, somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, they're playing on the 22nd?
I don't know.
I don't know. Marion Humphreys.
Yes,
I will be there.
Let's see. I'm looking at it. Don't worry about it.
I'm looking too. So.
Yeah, the Islanders.
Oh, it's a nice game. I'd like to have seen it, but oh well.
Yeah, too bad Ron's not on here to claim those.
Yeah, he popped down and he's made a comment, but he hasn't answered it or anything like that. He could probably get the things for cheap, but who knows? In the Senators game, November 1st, Hurricanes the 3rd, Sabres the 5th, and here we go. So, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch for the next few months. So glad hockey's back. Ugh. Across the board, who else are you seeing, guys? What are you thinking about competition? Let's make our early bets now while so we can look back and say, look what we said.
I'll be honest with a few things that have been going on in my life. I haven't really looked deep into it yet, but I promise to be better prepared for next week.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I'm looking at the Avalanche, looking at the probably looking at the Boston Bruins and the Habs. Those are my three that I'm really worried about. Not so much the Hurricanes and the Panthers this year, as much as I was last year. It seems like we may have their number.
Two of them are the original six, aren't they?
Oh yeah. So we'll see how they end up doing. Kyle, what's your prognosis for this coming up?
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah. I'm right there with Eric. I've just had a lot going on. Haven't really been able to dig or anything, but talking to different people at work and everything, I see us getting to the playoffs, of course, this year, but I don't see us making it past round 2.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
But
no!
It's going to be a good year, though.
The amazing thing about hockey is it's an 82-game regular season.
Yep.
You could have literally a bad month and still make it.
Yep.
And here's the thing: when the playoffs come around, whichever team is the healthiest and the quickest will have the best opportunity at that time. It doesn't matter if you're 1 or 8, but if you go into the playoffs on a hot streak, it's almost impossible to stop it.
Exactly. So we'll hope. I mean, we'll see what pops off and how quickly they go into good skating mode because we are known for starting off slow.
Jeff, a lot of the injuries you mentioned, by the end of January, starting early February, when it's starting to get close to that playoff run, those guys should all be healthy.
Oh yeah,
back full speed ahead.
And we definitely need Zach Bogosian back. We need him soon. And Sorelli, of course, is a great sniper, so we definitely want to keep him around. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's scary right now. We know that.
But, and here's the beauty of it. Every team in the league, their fans are feeling exactly the same way we are.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, and by the way, I went to get a mystery puck last night. So I decided it's a charity thing for, what was it for? Oh, Moffat Cancer Center. Yeah. So I bought my $35 puck, and it was signed by Eric Cernak. I'm a winner. Yeah. So and it's the Hispanic Heritage puck, so it goes perfect in my little puck thingy. Life is good, and I got a nice one with the signature.
Your grandson was very grateful, by the way, for all those pucks.
Oh, I'm glad.
I only took one puck out of it, and I gave it to a Rangers fan at work. So
there you go. Let me guess. The Islanders puck.
No, I thought about that, though.
That would have been fun. That would have been pretty good right there. So since it's preseason, we don't have a lot going on. I will talk about some of the other teams that are up and coming. I'm telling you, the Red Wings are only a couple years out. It is not looking like they are going to keep backing down. They've won all 3 of their starts. Did they lose last night? I think they lost last night, but they've won 3 out of 4 preseason. They're looking sharp. These young kids are really looking like they're stepping up. They're maturing very quickly. Yzerman he knows what he's doing. And I have serious concerns about the Red Wings in the next 2 to 3 years.
Yes, they lost 4-2 to the Caps last night.
Okay, yeah. So, but it's the Capitals, and the Capitals now it's toward the end of preseason. They're starting to play their big boys. There's going to be losses like that, but these kids are coming through. Impressive. The Sabres, not so much. I mean, come on.
That's the Sabres. Come on.
Oh, they suck so bad. It's just horrible. Those go so bad.
How's that kid line looking for the Rangers?
I haven't really taken a big look at that yet, but I'm seeing good things for the Rangers. I think they're going to be as good as they were last year, and that's about it. It's about literally like the Islanders. Islanders are going to suck again this year. Nothing's going to change. Rangers are going to do well, but they're not going to do well enough to beat us. And I think the Hurricanes and the Panthers are out of it. So we may actually come out on top of our Eastern Conference. Who knows? Another good chance to go for the cup. But hey, that's things we do.
Hey, and it'll get you more money for the games you can't make.
That's right. Every time we win, well, I saw mine, by the way, in case anyone's watching, because we have like no watchers, but that's all right. The ones that are watching, just so you know, if you're looking for tickets, I am the guy. If I'm selling them, you get some really good tickets for face value plus $30, but that's because that's what parking is, and you get the parking pass. So basically, you're spending exactly what I did on my season tickets. With a discount like that, you can't go wrong. Dun dun dun. Oh, and don't forget. Hi, this is Captain Jeff. Be sure to check me out on Tuesday nights from 7 to 11 p.m. as I play the best beach, love, and fun songs right here in Florida. You can hear me on all of our AM and FM stations, or you can download our very own app at bosshogradio.com. There you go. You can hear me anytime on demand. Hope to see you Tuesday night right here on the Boss Hog Radio. Well, Monday night now. It's Monday nights, but still.
You had all this time to update that.
So how much do we charge for someone to get a plug like that?
Exactly. I'm not paying. I've already paid. This StreamYard is not free.
One of my businesses.
Yeah. I'll charge you. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. We got
so hey, talking
season hockey ahead. Go ahead.
Doing.
Yeah, well, if we get some sponsors, we'll be good.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll throw a little sponsorship in here. But all right, so we are down to the last final 5. let's talk about our final outs because it's going to be a shorty because it's preseason. Hey, we're not ready to roll yet. We will be as the season progresses. We'll be kicking. We will not be here next week because I'm out of state. I don't think I'm here next week either, but who knows? We'll try to figure out something. At least run it off my phone or something so we can still make it work.
Hey, but where's all our questions from Kyle?
Kyle's not doing Kyle's questions anymore. He's moved up to junior reporter. He doesn't have to be the intern that does Kyle's questions anymore. He now gets this whole reporter.
Read for us, Kyle.
I'm sorry?
Well,
The man on the street.
Man on the street. That's right. I'm a street worker.
he's going to be the man on the ice.
The man
No.
with the ringer.
That's right.
Ringer for Name That Tune.
There you go. That's right. So, Kyle, what you got? Send us out here.
All right. Yeah. No, I'm pretty hopeful against the Rangers in our first game. Looked, and it looks like they got 4 of their good players out on injury right now. So, should be a good game one. Little upset that it's not at home, but take what we can get.
Yep, that's all we can do. By the way, it's changed a lot of stuff at Amalie Arena. Not happy about it. The barbecue place is more of a high-end barbecue. The only thing good about it was the mac and cheese with beef or pork on top was incredible. Definitely would get that again. That's right near our section. However, they've taken the Strongbow on draft out of the section next to us, and it's all the World of Beer now. We have to walk all the way around. Not as pleasant as I thought. They did move my trash can from our exit where we normally exit and have a trash can right there to drop our stuff as we leave. No, now you have to go through the sea of people to get to the trash can. And again, nobody's happy. But
Yeah. Promise you, if you start piling up where the trash can used to be, they'll put one there.
oh yeah, I've already gone full blown Karen and said, hey, can we have our trash can back? I was nice about it, but hey, can we have our trash can back? And so we'll see
one.
Yeah, put my own trash can.
Just bring a little here, just something like this. Just bring something like this. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Get one of the ones with the Panther logo on it.
Oh yeah,
God.
Right. Put a bunch of people in it. Eric.
No,
Eric.
put the Kraken's new mascot on it.
I didn't even know they had a new mascot. Is it bad?
Preseason, I've seen teams sweep preseason, and go blank for the first month of the season practically. I see preseason, like I mentioned earlier, as a chance for them to make those final decisions on the bottom of the roster. And I really don't think the wins are really that important to the coaches. I know the front office wants it to get the season ticket base happy, but I think as a coach and a GM, they just want to find out who they got, what they got, under what circumstances, and it all depends on the team that they're playing, who they're playing. Because if they got their rookies going up against rookies from another team, they're not going to see shit. They need to see what they're going to do against some seasoned players out there to see if they're going to be able to suck it up when it's time, for lack of better words, when the going gets tough.
Yep.
And that's what this is all about right now, in my opinion, preseason, to see what you really got, what they're made of, and what they can do.
Yeah.
And this is not, in my opinion, this is not the time to put a goon on the ice, because you're going to put your team shorthanded, and then you're going to be doing penalty kills, and you can't really discover how good or bad a player is if you're doing nothing but penalty kills.
Exactly.
Thank
All right,
you.
let me see if I can pull this up, by the way. Thank you, Kyle, for showing me this here. Let me see if I can do this. Present. Share screen. Thank you so much for giving me this picture in my mind now of...
No.
What is his name?
Oh, okay.
Yes. God. Bowie the Troll. He's a blue-haired troll with some goofy features. They introduced Bowie in a video. The Seattle team lost their damn minds. They talked about riots. Everyone's laughing at him. It's just really sad. Wow. That's just sad.
I feel like
Yeah.
Wilson from Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Yeah, that's just sad right there. All right, we've hit the 30-minute mark. We will be lengthening our shows as the season progresses and there's more games to talk about. But right now we had that one. We're glad to be back. Missed you, Don. We'll see you at the next one. Ron, you got to get back on here and get a good internet connection and don't be in like the middle of, I don't know.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we gonna do what they say can't be done?
So there you go. And we will catch all of y'all in about a couple weeks. Hey, until we get things going, it is what it is, right? That's what I say. Because, hey, it's my show, and, well, that's kind of how it goes. I know. There you go. So, from our boys, Eric and Kyle and me, we say goodnight. Go Bolts. Go Hockey. We'll see you next time.
All right, Captain
Bye.
Jeff.
See y'all.